That's funny. Of course, I gotta open the door instead of just actually starting out here, you know? There we go. We're in a little bit more in the shade this time, though. Boo. Boo! Watch out. So, I've been thinking the past 24 hours about, well, I mean, more than 24 hours regarding the issue with regard to no motivation. I got it. I've been talking about this on my Facebook Lives and obviously my YouTube. That, yeah, I got it. Okay, what my acupuncturist said to me on March 11th regarding if I stretch properly, I can be running again. I can try to run again, she said. Which I know I would be able to run again if I stretch properly. But the reality is this. For some strange, fucked up reason, oh, this girl's hot. Cecile, what is up? Philippines. I saw that. You think you can sneak in from this blind man? I'm disabled, y'all. So yeah, I just lack motivation, though. I have no desire. I mean, listen. I did one workout and I put it up on Facebook Live. It was the 13th. That's Sunday, I think. March. Oh, what is today now? The 25th of March, 2022. We're getting close to 5 o'clock p.m. Market's closing. It's closed, but it kind of stays open for a little longer. Why the hell don't I have... And it's like, I can force myself into it, but I pray about it, and I'm like, I feel God saying, righteousness, joy, and peace in the Holy Ghost. You gotta have, whatever you're doing, righteousness, joy, and peace. What is righteousness? Just, you're at the right place at the right time. You know, things are working out together for good. And I think about my children and the situation with regard to, yeah, I want to really show the world as much as I possibly can about how these, you can't call these women mothers, these women just go in and literally exploit children to the government and play these games of, I mean, I could just get into it, but you know, I could get into it with regard to my, but I'm just worn out, y'all. I talked about this in my last video. It's like, well, how the hell do you do this when you're so worn out? It's like, and where are you getting anywhere with this anyway? You're just going in circles and going in circles. But, great. Okay, so I'm going to start running in a few weeks. I'm just going to blast through it. What if, I thought about the situation with regard to no motivation. What if God's got me in a situation whereby I need to follow this no motivation and pick my left nose all the time whenever I get on Facebook Live? Only the left side. There's like a hair sticking out and it does something on your face. I got a motivation to pick that left nostril. Facebook Live. I got a motivation to come out here. I've been on the pool I don't know how many times today. It's not even 80 degrees yet today. And of course, I got a motivation to go to the beach. I got a motivation to be, thank you Danielle for coming out. Taking a nap right now. I've got motivation to buy and sell cryptos. I love my plug power, you know, obviously. So many other great positions, but the books, it is what it is, you know, and you know, I should be more aggressive. People say, fight for your kids, they call it, you know, but of course they're racist using that word kids. Not realizing that. I banged my head the other day. I still have this really nasty scab on it. I have no depth perception, y'all. I hit my head in the corner of the cabinet in the kitchen. It was not Facebook Live, so you didn't get to see it. And apparently there was actually a scab of the blood that dripped down. It was on my forehead. It's so bright. You know what? I can probably show you the reflection on the patio door. Looking to move from here, though. not tomorrow or Sunday, but maybe like in a few days. I'm serious. Like I can just get up and move real quick. I mean, I got one bag. Obviously, you've seen my black couch and the chase lounge over here, and of course, I mean, I got little things that it's like real big, easy to just move out, or whatever. But I'm so versatile. Anyway, what if this no motivation is God's way of easing? Come on, y'all. I mean, I keep saying this though. Like, it shouldn't take this long for my brain to recover from these injuries. But what if God's got a way of easing me into these healings? And I keep saying all things are working together for good. And reality is I can't deny the fact that I've been diagnosed with sick since 2012. I'm healthy with all my acquaintances and relationships. My integrity is unparalleled. Dignity is just so gloriously beautiful. So what it's like, I mean, it's just ridiculous. You got KD, you got Steph Curry, you got Clay, you got Draymond. Why are you going to change anything for the next year? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then you got Steve Kerr, it's a great coach. It's a situation whereby it's like, well, we got our squad. Let's go ahead and play it, run it back. You know? Do they have? They lost some games, yeah. I mean, obviously they lost to the Cavs 3 games in a row, which is why they go out and get Kevin Durant. I'm comparing my situation to sports, but do I have areas in my body whereby I can expect to be stronger, faster? But it was a really matter though. So here's the thing, Danielle, we haven't been around each other since February 2021, and she says, and she's a very critical person, very racist. She looks for fault and she finds fault very definedly, definitely, and precisely. So she says year over year. I mean, she didn't say year. That's me. That's the finance man speaking. Year over year, she says I'm walking better, which I can interpret that from her mentality that it's a little suaver, smoother. And everybody always said I was just too straight up and down. My son did the same thing, Jason Jr. And I noticed one thing though, I'm not like, my alignment is so much better. So I just gotta stay in this alignment. I'm eager to run and all that stuff, but the reality is, what do I need to run for? And I noticed, yeah, yesterday I did a lot of walking in Orlando, so I'm walking. It hurts. It hurts my mind that I know it's so difficult for me to walk. But I remember when I first started walking back in 2016, man, it was so hard to like, I had to put so much effort on concentration to like, I'm walking. There's no way I can chew gum and walk at the same time. So that's a fun update. I mean, I'm really excited though. I have motivation to say this, that, hey, we got this update with regard to the MS exacerbation. We're now 7 years after almost 7 years after the exacerbation. That really showed itself mostly July, August. Doesn't really matter what's going on. Just have fun. And not even. What if I just don't even care what's going on? Just focus on just having fun, whatever it is. Being on the beach. The I mean, yeah, the islands. Yeah, I have fun with the islands, but I mean, Florida is kicking everybody's ass. I mean, it's up and down the block. There's nobody even close, y'all. I mean, Bali, you got your Maldives, Dubai, a lot of really cute islands in off that, just to the east over there of that. Vietnam, obviously the Philippines, and Japan, Takapuna Bay area, the whole Auckland to the north, New Zealand. And there's this really cool, like probably 2,500 miles to the northeast, weird islands. Nothing compares to Florida, man. We really got it all right here. It's like wow. And if you want mountains, well, fuck you then. You got to go to Colorado. You got to go to, well, you can go up to Montana or down to Utah, and Nevada if you really need that stuff. But you're still in the same. You're not gonna mess around with waiting around with visas and passports and all different things. But you're here. You're on the mainland, man. Everybody speaks English, I can't deny that. I mean, but my language is love anyway, right? So why I am getting I'm accepting more and more that I realize my situations are what they are, regarding whatever it is, and it's like, what's the eagerness about the running anyway? I mean, really, how much fun am I going to have running, playing basketball? My children, that's always been the funnest. Wow. To play wiffle ball right now, I can do that. There's no running. You can see my videos up on YouTube. It's like, okay. Or just I don't even want to put any ideas on it, what it would be like if I were to ever, because there's a chance that maybe the state would force my children to be pulled out of the abduction and kidnapping to be with me. And at the same time, it's like I told the state, I realized that you can see her, Michaela, Johanna, and then of course Jennifer. 3 women, y'all. It's sick what these people are doing in this country, but whatever. It's like, I get it. You want to continue to bully people and, manipulate them to be your little instruments, your tools for your crimes, basically. I don't want to get involved. I don't need to be involved in that, It's like, I don't want to. That's not me. It's like, okay, great. Thus saith the, therefore, wherefore, court says this, finds that. Do we have to actually force parents to be parents? Your single mothers, you're not being a parent when you're thinking you're protecting your children from a person who's got a perfect record. 287-789-914. And that has to be known. We have to have discovery. That's fair. I mean, there's no way around that. But how the hell did the state of Florida or Ohio or America get to the point whereby we're going to determine parental schedules? Like, what the fuck, you people, really? I mean, I go into the Narcotics Anonymous meetings or Alcoholics Anonymous meetings and children's rights groups and fathers' rights Zoom meetings, and they all get excited. Yeah, I'm gonna get alternating weeks. Wow, dude, really? Is that what you're getting excited about? Is that what you signed up for before you had sex with that person? And all of a sudden now that's like the norm, and you wonder still that's resulting in, obviously, these people becoming alcoholics, severely depressed. We know what the result is already, of course. Jails and institutions for these people. Look at the statistics. Wow. I want to laud the people who don't have to play around with these kind of racketeering influenced. Yet another hierarchical Ohio organization. Yet another hierarchical Florida organization. That's what been communicating with the past few weeks. But and then people talk. Yeah, I mean, these kind of people I talk to, they're more associated with these kind of groups. Here you have the Department of Revenue in Florida. I met a man named Christopher. Shout out yesterday, Uber driver. He worked for the Department of Revenue out of Orlando. And then, of course, we meet people all the time. Children and Family Services, well, Job and Family Services, Ohio, out of Columbus office. They have a huge call center over there, of course. Anyway, you just meet people randomly. The things that you hear, it's like, what the hell? How the hell do you have any passion for that? I can understand you having passion for being a dancer with Celine Dion or The Weeknd. You're like a backup singer or whatever. You're playing drums for, a major band. You're Rudy, man. You're so important to that team that they're prepared for the next game and the next game, and then finally you get to play the last game, and that's your passion is because you love the team. You love the cause. You couldn't possibly love the cause of. We know that whatever you're doing for your. I don't know, whatever neurological issue you're dealing with, or a lot of you might have cancer, or diabetes is a big one. The numbers are staggeringly high in this country, and how you're trying to fight off your addiction, how you're trying to fight off your obesity issues. It's not an issue of overeating, by the way, y'all. I eat and eat and eat and eat. It's not my mom and dad are both just massive. So my passion for you, and I pray for you all, and in the state of Ohio and Florida, I bless you with joy, happiness. Because when I pray for your joy, guess what? You're in alignment. You are at not even my feet, you're at my beck and call. Because when you're happy, well, I'm looking around. You know what? I'll show you. The birds now are going to be happy. The trees. And there we go. The birds now are happy. The trees are happy. The grass is happy. All things that are living. Even, this chair you're sitting on. The patio door is going to be happy. And that happiness radiates everywhere. So I pray for happiness over, your cancer cells. Because cancer is really beautiful, Whatever virus you've been dealing with, I remember I was in the hospital for 2 weeks last year. I knew it was going to end. It had to end. But it's like you get to the point whereby you're just laying in bed. What are you going to do? You're in a room so much. You're only on that one floor. I was in the penthouse. What's up? Just above that Jason Rainier, patrolman for the Daytona Beach Police Department, who ended up dying eventually, but he was alive when I was in the hospital. Obviously, he didn't follow proper protocol. I got some weeding, y'all. Don't tell anybody. I can tell. I don't know if I want to do it or I don't know. Got however many days, but again, I don't have any motivation for something. I got motivation for some things though. I was thinking about, do I go back to Hawaii? I didn't have any motivation to go back to Hawaii. I had motivation to come back here though. It's like, okay, now what? So I pray for your motivation that you receive from God. That your motivation just overtakes you with that the joy is your motivation, that you're overtaken with this happiness, peace. That's my prayer for everybody, and that's the thing. It's like you can't win. You're done. I just won over whatever issue you're going through. A lot of people are offended by me because of my views about what they call abortion. They're offended by me not voting 2020. They're offended by me not having a television. They're offended by the fact that I'm better than most people who have. I mean, I have better eyesight than most people with Leber's hereditary optic neuropathy. They're just offended by whatever it is. And it's still, it's like a situation whereby you are my beck and call. I'm praying for you. I'm thankful for your peace, your calmness, your gentleness. I reign. God, I gotta step it up. That's one thing for me. I do have a motivation for being who God made me to be, which is the man, the authority. And I have to be that authority because the reality is this. Damn, man. Look at this record. And don't get me wrong. Not like the police haven't been on me. Louisiana, I got put up the big drug bust. Like, Olmsted Township came to my door, had my music too loud. Cleveland, preaching the gospel on public sidewalks. Orlando PD, we're serving too many homeless people food. Yeah, a lot of police regarding just us being out in the public regarding giving out free food and preaching and whatever the case might be. What is my heart? Where's my passion? My heart and passion is for my children, but mothers in this country across the board do not comply. They obstruct. That could be my next book. I had my collusion with Russia, and then now the next book will be called Obstruction, Obstruction, Obstruction. Obstructing justice. Wow, that's a good one. Obstruction of justice. Wow, when you look at this stuff, holy shit. Because when you have like Donald Trump allegedly somehow obstructing justice about the whole issue of the collusion with Russia stuff. Oh my God! Listen, I'm giving you a free copy. My collusion with Russia. I am a pro-Russian separatist. Okay, I looked into the whole Ukraine thing. I'm not like supportive, but at the same time, I'm not. I'm like just. It's just one of those things that I'm not vetoing it. The bill going across my desk. I'm just like, okay. I understand where Russia's coming from. At least somebody's stepping it up, At least somebody's having the balls to say no to, job and family services in Ukraine and Florida, family services in Ukraine, harboring these extreme crimes of, weapons of mass destruction, chemical and biological weapons of mass destruction that Ukraine has been, a safe haven for, and of course, drug activity galore. And just, how they would raise these children to hate. I wouldn't put it on the same level as Al Qaeda, because you watch the videos I posted, y'all. I mean, it's really just radical. Hi, my master. I love your. Oh, Ira, I'm glad I stayed on here. I was about to sign off. Indonesia, 1.5% of people, and I keep saying this, between the ages of 15 and 64 have used drugs. It's like 85% in America, at least. That's what we know about. Okay, it's probably even higher. I guess we could be making it up in Indonesia. Maybe the stats are just bogus, but I believe it though. You can see in her character though. I mean, she's a very powerful woman of God, Ira. Beautiful, really. Look at her. Great example, I just thought of something. I was gonna say, I don't know of any children who are not being exploited in this country. But my children, the way I love my children, are not. They're being exalted, respected, revered, loved, honored. On the other side, I honor the fact that absolutely states have been exploiting my children, and of course people all around them. But my children, the way I've been loving my children, have been the complete opposite of whatever exploited is. I mean, it's sick. I mean, if I being listen, y'all, I'm severely disabled. If if I'm being exploited like this the way I am, with regard to my disability, I'm learning and accepting more of this more and more and more. Then I need to really step it up with regard to this disability thing. Then imagine how much more you know Tom Brady is going to exploit that defense, all those weaknesses of those children. Michael Jordan. Obviously Vince Lombardi would say, "Run that sweep, run that sweep." He's going to keep finding those holes and keep running it around, running it around, running it around, running it around. John Madden did the same thing, and that's how they got successful. You're going to exploit those spots, and children in this country have been severely exploited. But I can honorably and gratefully say my children, but there's still, I'm saying there's somebody else's children also. The way I love them, glorify their childhood and their lives. You wouldn't even think of the word exploitation, but it's really radical, sick. So I feel really good though. I'm feeling better, accepting the whole issue with regard to my walk, which I'm glad to hear that somebody who hasn't been around me in more than a year has seen that I'm doing better. But it's been difficult for me to accept the fact that better is, I'm still severely hobbling, and I can get over 1,000 steps in a day. Woo, yay! Like, what the hell is that? And I can brag, oh, look at me, I got the neurological stuff, and 25 years into this, I'm doing better than anybody, but still, to me, it's not good enough. Oh, this is nice. There's a cloud right here. I'll maybe show it to you. I can't see. It doesn't. I don't even know where the thing is to turn around. Oh, now the sun's back out again. Acceptance. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can. Yeah, I got my ass up out of Cleveland, went to the warm weather, and then of course the Caribbean islands, it's been warmer water. Courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Let's see how we turn this thing off.